Your news today.
Good morning and welcome to Your News Today. Coming up, Opposition Leader Susan Lee unleashes on the government's response to the Bondi terror attack. Plus, the Victorian Premier announces new anti-protest laws cracking down on hate speech and on the streets and online. And firefighters get festive across the pond, recreating an iconic Christmas movie with their fire station dog.
Well, we begin with chilling new details about the Bondi terror attack, with pictures of the alleged gunman unveiled in court documents. Live to Sydney's 9 reporter Erin Ramsey. Erin, what do the images show?
Well, in pictures retrieved from 24-year-old Naveed Akram's phone, it depicts him and his father at a property in country New South Wales holding up shotguns in what police allege is a training exercise back in October. We also have seen some CCTV of the duo allegedly scoping out the site here at Bondi Beach. Their car pulled up near that footbridge 2 nights before the attack was carried out. Further CCTV depicts the father and son at an Airbnb at Campsie in Sydney's west, carrying large objects believed to be shotguns and a rifle bundled up in blankets in the early hours of Sunday morning. And then more images at that same Airbnb of the father and son leaving around 5 p.m. Sunday evening before making their journey here to Bondi Beach, where they pulled up next to that same footbridge. And probably the most horrifying images of all in yesterday's court documents, police allege were pipe bombs and a homemade tennis ball bomb that the pair allegedly threw toward the crowd, which fortunately did not go off. To think that any more lives could have been lost last Sunday is just tragic.
Yeah, it's chilling detail, isn't it? Erin, where to from here for the accused gunman?
Well, Naveed was transferred from Royal North Shore Hospital yesterday to Long Bay Jail, where it's understood he is now in isolation in the jail's hospital ward, where he will now wait for his next court date in April. Whipper.
Thank you so much, Erin. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has apologised for what the Jewish Australian community has endured in the wake of the Bondi terror attack, but it's still resisting a royal commission. Opposition leader Susan Lee says the government's response hasn't been good enough, yesterday signalling out Penny Wong.
I'm sorry for what the Jewish community and our nation as a whole has experienced.
I didn't see Penny Wong attend a single funeral. I haven't seen Penny Wong shed a single tear.
Plenty of passion there. Labor's Ed Hussick and Mike Freelander are among the growing calls for a royal commission.
The United States is this morning in active pursuit of an oil tanker near Venezuela as the Trump administration ramps up its crackdown on the country's oil industry. Let's go live to 9 Washington correspondent Lauren Tomasi. Lauren, good morning to you. This ship has now changed its course.
Sam, that tanker had been en route to Venezuela to pick up crude oil, but when US authorities approached it, it refused to let them board, instead turning around and it begun to flee. We've since heard multiple distress signals recorded from that tanker. This, now the third time that the US administration has gone after these oil tankers within the region in the past 2 weeks. It's really a ramping up of a campaign by the administration against Venezuela, specifically here against oil, because it is Venezuela's lifeblood. This is a big push against that country and against the President Maduro, who claims that Donald Trump is trying to oust him. Within that region, Sam, there has been an enormous naval build-up, multiple warships, and today US President Donald Trump is set to announce more building of a so-called battleship.
Wow. OK, thank you, Lauren. Now, a man has been arrested over a deadly stabbing in Melbourne. The 27-year-old allegedly slashing another man during an altercation in Clyde. The victim then tried to make an escape, jumping in a car, driving down Clyde Five Ways Road before he was involved in a crash. He was airlifted to hospital but could not be saved.
To breaking news, Chris Rea, the singer of Driving Home for Christmas, has passed away.
For Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces.
That's a great sound. Live to 9 correspondent in Europe, Josh Babbis, is in London. Josh, the family have said that he had health troubles.
Yeah, the British singer-songwriter passed away earlier today in hospital with his family by his side. Now, Chris Rea is that man behind the gravelly voice of that most iconic Christmas song that many people know well. Chris Rea actually pushed back on his record company way back in the 80s on the idea of releasing a Christmas hit, but he had said after that he was very glad that he did. He is known for a long list of other blues and rock hits, and it is sad that he has passed so very close to Christmas. He had written it in the late 1970s while on a journey with his wife driving home from London to Middlesbrough. Now, tributes are pouring in from across the UK and around the world to a man who's given so much to the music scene.
Thanks, Josh. A Russian general has been killed in an apparent car bombing in Moscow. Officials releasing this footage of a damaged car in a car park. The 56-year-old ran the army's operational training department. Investigators are probing the theory the explosive was planted by a Ukrainian operative. A massive sinkhole has opened up in England, sucking in several boats and putting the lives of 12 people in danger. The 50-metre-long crater tore open a canal in the county of Shropshire, where there's a small community of people living in houseboats. Fortunately, everyone managed to moor before getting swallowed up themselves. Australia is proving to be an international influencer of sorts, with reports the United Kingdom is now considering a ban on social media for young people. While Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has previously said he was personally against the policy, Downing Street is now said to be closely monitoring its rollout in Australia and considering adopting a similar policy. Victoria will follow in the footsteps of New South Wales, with the state's Premier announcing new anti-protest laws in the wake of the Bondi terror attack. The measure will grant the state's police chief special powers to stop or move on a protest in the aftermath of a terror event.
I want to be clear, we have always defended the right to protest, and we will not allow a return to the undemocratic laws that aim to reduce the power of workers. But the safety of the community is paramount.
This is part of a 5-point plan designed to stamp out anti-Semitism, with other measures including strengthened hate speech laws and social media regulation. Well, a group of mates on Queensland's Bribie Island have reeled in an absolute whopper, a huge bull shark measuring over 3 metres long. Live to Today, Queensland reporter Carla Toomer on the Gold Coast. Carla, this is an absolute catch of a lifetime.
It sure is, Andrea. This group of mates, they're seasoned fishermen, and they were fishing off Bribie Island when this monster 3-metre bull shark hit the line, dragging them into a fight that lasted about half an hour. They did somehow manage to reel this whopper in, though, taking some photos before tagging and releasing the shark back into the ocean. The group of mates say it's the biggest shark that they've ever caught, the first to break the 10-foot long mark. Now, experts say it is bull shark season right now, but a shark of this size is particularly large. So an unforgettable catch for these group of mates.
Absolutely.
Andrea.
The footage to go with that story too, Carla. Now, one very lucky American could become a billionaire just in time for Christmas, with a Powerball jackpot hitting $1.6 billion US. The odds of winning that are 1 in 292 million, but hey, someone's got to do it, don't they? The winner can opt for a lump sum payment of around $730 million, or to be drip-fed the full $1.6 billion over 29 years. Wouldn't that be nice? Because that full amount could afford you a private island in the Caribbean, plus full redevelopment, or a fleet of 4,500 Ferraris. Wow. Stuart Broad isn't backing down, even after Australia reclaimed the Ashes with a dominant 3-0 lead. The former England quick says he doesn't regret calling this Australian side the worst since 2010.
I don't think individually they're better than any other team since 2010-11, but they've been relentless in the pressure they've managed to put on England, as have every Australian team since 2010. England losing 3-0 by the third Test match is not something new. I don't disagree with my comment. I just think that Australia have been relentless and England have been at 20% of their ability.
Australia are now chasing their third Ashes whitewash this century. Well, they're tasked to put out roaring infernos and rescue people in the line of danger. But these firefighters from England are proving they've got a funny side too, recreating the Christmas movie Home Alone with their fire station dog Fraser playing the role of Kevin. As remakes go, this one we've got to give 5 stars. Obviously, there were no fires burning at the time,
No,
guys.
clearly
I've often
not.
wondered what fire men and women do at night when there's nothing happening.
Well, the
When
coppers
nothing's
always
burning
say
down.
the fireys are sleeping all
I
the time.
feel sorry for Fraser because that was creepy. Those hoodie guys walking in.
Yeah.
The dog doesn't know it's just a recreation of a movie for a bored fire department.
Now could do anything though. Look how trained it is. Ready to go.
All right, let's have a look at weather across the country right now. Severe thunderstorms will today impact northern and eastern parts of the nation, but Sydney will be spared.
But it's a different story in the west with a 3-day heatwave expected to send temperatures soaring.